E-mini S&Ps had a wild trading range today. Last night on the overnight trade, they opened up down 4%, marking at 48.32. Yeah, 48.32, lowest we've seen since January of last year. But things did turn around. We saw them rally. In fact, at one point today, we saw E-minis up 3%. So we go from being down 4% to up 3%. End up settling the day just above the unchanged mark at 51.45. But a lot of uncertainty and still a lot more questions than answers about global trade and tariffs and how they will affect the global economy. Again, seeing E-minis with a very wide trading day, a very volatile trading day, but ending very close to unchanged at 51.45. Now, what does this mean for volatility? Well, as we've talked about in equities, we see volatility moving inversely. So as we see equities move lower, we see volatility moving higher. And that's exactly what happened on the open. We saw volatility at its highest since August 5th. That was when the market was still deciding whether or not the Fed needed to cut rates, which they did later on that year. But ultimately, we saw volatility come off those highs as we saw the underlying indices move back to near unchanged. Lastly, let's talk about what we have tomorrow. Tomorrow is Tuesday, another quiet economic calendar day. We have the NFIB small business. We do get a Fed speaker, but obviously what the market's going to be looking most at is more headline risk and what do we hear about what's going on with trade and with tariffs. Likewise, the market always forward-looking. We'll have CPI and PPI later in the week, and we'll also be keeping an eye and an ear open for any insights on where those numbers may post.